Oh, I hear the winds of graduation on the horizon.
Time to turn the tassel.
You know, Izzy here, my pal, is graduating the 6th grade today.
That's right. Been working on ciphering for months.
Well, tell me what 3 plus 3 is.
Well, 3 plus 3. 1, 2. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back to my notes. Got it written down right there. See that?
Graduate anybody
I have to work on my gazentas too.
Well, let's see how you do in the numbers in this first item.
All right.
Update.
Welcome to your old news update. I'm Izzy Fitz.
And I'm the much smarter Bud Driscoll.
So he says.
I went to high school.
Topping the headlines from yesteryear. Get a load of this one. May 22nd, 1986. Textbooks and school lunches will be more expensive at Salina Public Schools this fall because of action taken Wednesday by the school board. The board approved an increase in book prices from $8 this year to $15 in 86 and 87 for kindergarten students, $20 to $30 for 1st through 3rd, $16 to $18 for 7th through 8th grades, and from 20 to 22 for 9th through 12th graders.
I'm ciphering, buddy.
Yes, you are. You get out your calculator. Lunch prices for the next school year will be increased 5 cents to $1 at the elementary schools to cover rising costs of food and labor. Last year, the price of elementary school lunches was increased from 90 to 95 cents. The price of junior high lunches was increased from 105 to 1 1/4. And the price of high school lunches was raised from 115 to 1 1/4. Now, what are they saying? Yeah. Why do kids eat as much in junior high as they do high school? I think not.
They're just growing. Well, the next thing you know, gas is going to be $2 a gallon.
Yeah.
You just never know.
That's right.
Highway robbery.
It is.
Okay, well, let's move backwards in time to May 20th, 1936. With the scars of Andersonville prison still upon his body to serve as reminders of the dread scurvy, J.H. Getty of Ottawa, who is attending the State Grand Army of the Republic encampment in Salina, is one of the few remaining Civil War veterans ever held captive in that Confederate stockade.
Poor fellow.
He was a prisoner of war for 2 months and lost 46 pounds from starvation and scurvy, weighing just 81 pounds when liberated. Nobody could tell in full the conditions at Andersonville. It was filthy in the extreme. There were no barracks and we slept out in the weather. I happened to have a blanket and used it as a tent. Our daily ration consisted of a piece of cornbread about 3 inches wide and 5 inches long and a teacup full of beans. When these were cooked by the rebels, there were usually bugs in them. Occasionally they were rationed to us raw, and then we could wash them before cooking them. About every other day we got a little piece of meat. Mule meat. Frequently spoiled. There was no sanitation and many failed to survive. I was 14 years old and weighed 127 pounds when I went in there. I came out weighing 81 pounds and spent the rest of the war in the hospital. I still bear the scars of scurvy on my breast and neck, says J.H. Getty.
So that's how you lose weight. That's how he did anyway.
War is heck.
That's right. May 22nd, 1936. That long-legged winged pest, Mr. Grasshopper, is back with us in numbers too thick for comfort. According to reports received at the Farm Bureau office from farmers living in nearly every section of the county, hopes are moving into the fields and in some cases threaten to use patches for an appetizer. I think they meant hoppers. Hoppers are moving into the fields and in some cases. Hop to it, baby.
I wonder if Mr. Getty had some grasshoppers in his teacup.
He could have been. They don't take up much room, you know.
I know.
And they taste like chicken.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, May 16th, 1911, we'll go 100 years ago. The report of County Health Officer J.H. Winterbotham has been completed for April and forwarded to the Secretary of the State Board of Health. The report shows 14 deaths during the months, 10 houses fumigated, and the following contagious diseases: scarlet fever 1, smallpox 16, measles 24, and polio 1. There's very little contagion now, and the people of Salina County are generally healthful. There were 3 violent deaths in Salina County during the month, too.
3 of them.
Extraordinary. The deaths were from the following causes: inhalation, whatever that is, 2. Pulmonary tuberculosis, 2. Senility, 2.
Crazy.
Yeah. And 1 death from acute anterior poliomyelitis, which is actually polio. And then, that doesn't even count, suicide by carbolic acid, auto accident, suicide with pistol, liver and heart trouble, gangrene, heart failure, and general debility. With a list like that, it's a wonder how people can even wake up and get out of bed.
It's quite a rundown.
I know, and I feel run down just talking about it.
Read more about the way things used to be in the look back section of Monday's Salina Journal. And
oh, let's give a shout out to the Smoky Hill Museum, our favorite sponsor.
Where are they located, bud?
Our only sponsor. It's located at 211 West Iron, and they have all things historical.
Just like we are.
Not historical, but historical.
We're history for now.
Yeah, and we'll be history next week. And so we'll see you yesterday.